I mean, obviously losing Kelly is a big blow to the program, but she carried the torch for the newcomers, and I know that the folks that are still here are gonna move on from that and make sure we're going to continue to grow. I think a lot of them were inspired by Kelly and what she did last year, and I think that whatever she did in the past, I think they're going to try to overdo. Obviously, you train them to get better each and every year, so school records and championships, we want to continue doing that, and not just with one and done with Kelly. We want to continue what we have here. We have a lot of people who showed up really well and helped the team do well last year, and I feel like this year is going to be just as good, if not better, as a team. I mean, running as a freshman in college is a brand new experience for many people. A lot of times people struggle with it. Sarah stepped up and ran well last year and had a great summer of training this year. Looking forward to what she can do. She's hungry to try to improve upon any of the times she had from last year and also the finishes she's had. So I don't think she's going to settle for any all-conference or anything less than maybe being all region and getting us to the national championship. Again, we know what to expect on the women's side as far as what they've done in the past, and it's easier for them to relate to each other when they're out on the course running in a race because they know that certain people have certain strengths and weaknesses, and it's very much the same with the women's team and looking at how they're going to, some people may start a little faster, some people may start a little slower, and they may help each other out in that, and also in practice because they're also helping each other and working along that. The returners are definitely going to be a group that's going to carry us this year, and I think they're going to improve our finishes because they're a much tighter knit group, and where we had a wider gap between our number 1 last year and maybe our number 4 or 5, that gap's going to be much tighter but also a lot faster. Oh, I have no doubt. I mean, we don't recruit people from the finishing outside our top 5. We recruit people to be in our top 5, so they're going to compete in there. If they don't make it in the top 5, that's good for us. It means our returners stepped up and running well. If they are in the top 5, it's also going to improve us because that means they're dropping their times down and getting into the mix. Yeah, we always look for them to be inside that top 5. I mean, that's what each and every one of their goals are. They want to place for the team. They want to be that person who contributes. It's going to be a really great year for the women's side as far as competing in some of these races. They're always going to be fast races we're going to be running. They're always going to be a dynamic of a different distance, maybe a 5K, maybe a 6K. Which always prepares us more for the postseason, which, that for many of the high school runners or anybody who's competed before, they're not usually used to that 6K distance or even the 5K distance as much. So we'll get used to that and we'll get along pretty well, and I think that come postseason, again, we'll be ready to go.